Alright, after the news that Paramount got the rights, the exclusive rights to Friday the 13th franchise until 2018, a few weeks after that, we heard that Platinum Dunes, they're bringing on the same production company that did the remake in 2009. Also the same production company owned by Michael Bay, run by Brad Fuller, who also brought you Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03, Amityville Horror Remake 05, and their biggest flop might have been the downward spiral, and what caused them to probably go away from horror was Nightmare on Elm Street remake from 2010, which everyone hated, rightfully so, because Robert Englund just made that character. But let's get to the skinny of Friday the 13th Part 2. We don't know if it's going to be a sequel or a reboot at this point or not, because they aren't even developing it that quickly, considering Brad Fuller finally gave a quote. We finally heard Platinum Dunes talk about how they're involved, and he said on Twitter in mid-July 2013, this is what he said, after we get done on post-production of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I'm sure they're pretty much going to be working on that the whole next year, and the rest of this year, obviously. And then they're going to do Almanac, which is the short, which is, it's a found footage time traveling movie. I just did a video about it. Search Almanac on my channel, which is what they plan to do. After that, then he says they're going to develop a Friday the 13th movie. So I don't know what that means. Nothing has really been announced, but Derek Mears talked to him and says that they're going to be working on it. But he didn't say, he doesn't know if he's going to be involved yet as Jason. And let's keep in mind, they already made Jason not supernatural. Now let's go back to the remake. At the end of it, I think they should just kill off the Clay and his sister. At this point, let's be serious. They stay for no reason the rest of the night just to wake up and give him a Muslim burial in Crystal Lake and put his body out to sea. Like Obama said with Osama bin Laden, he's like, oh, where's the body? Oh, trust us, we got him, but we buried him in sea, according to Muslim customs. And then we heard that that isn't even a real Muslim burial. Anyway, so Jason is alive. He seems to be a really good swimmer, even though that was the cause of his death throughout the franchise in the 80s and 90s. But, I don't know, they made, like, his legs too slender and, like, his upper body torso, like, too thick, if you ask me. And they just want to rush this into production because they only have the rights, the exclusive rights, for 5 years, so they want to make as many movies as possible. It would be weird if Derek Mears came back as Jason, if you think about it, because in all the films in the 80s in the original franchise, it was always a new Jason, up until Kane Hodder played it twice in a row in 7 and 8, part 7 and 8. And they made those movies like back to back to back, like every year, and they always had a new Jason. That'd be weird, 5 years after it, him coming back as Jason. I don't know. He's like, I know Platinum Dunes likes me, but I heard that the writers from the reboot in 09, Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, they're working on a top secret horror movie at New Line that could potentially spawn a franchise. So who knows if they're busy on that. It's probably going to be terrible. And so I think they should really follow the plot of, that'd be cool if they could start filming the winter 2014. And finally, for at least the opening scene, get a winter scene like everyone wants. And maybe follow the storyline of Bloodbath, the 2005 3-issue comic book of Friday the 13th comics. If you haven't read that, it's awesome. The government basically gets 10 compatible teenagers to basically resurrect the spirit of Jason Voorhees and make him come back and kill him so that they could trap them and basically use them or study them. It's an awesome storyline. It might be a little too complex to put on a movie, but it works good in a comic book. But kill off Padalecki and Rigetti. And here's another thing. Bring back Corey Feldman, Tommy Jarvis. Maybe just even make a sequel.
Why is Tommy at a cemetery? I might do my next video from a cemetery. Just for no reason at all. What the heck? Tommy was at a cemetery for no reason. He was just standing there, just looking at Jason's grave.
Thing is, the Myers fan always hated Tommy Jarvis, and he never had a chance to bash him until now. Plus, he was bored. That's how I got that clip of the Myers fan. But honestly, I think they're really taking this Jason death thing way too seriously. Oh wait, that's what he says next.
Okay. If you ask me, they're really pouring it on thick with the whole Jason thing. It's really not that serious.
Anyway, it's not that serious. I mean, teenagers and 20-year-olds getting hacked up by Jason's spirit, dead people dying, a monster trapped in a child trapped in a man's body monster killing people. It's really not that serious. Yeah, his reviews are hilarious. Click on the Myers Fan 25. He does a full review, a franchise review on Friday the 13th, which I produced, that he did in 2011, 2012. Click on the channel for that to watch those reviews. Awesome horror YouTuber. So anyway, that's the latest on Friday the 13th, Part 2. This was JBM from VillainNews. Click on the channel for more horror, sci-fi, and comic book videos. I'm out.